Hello, children. Now, this is the second part of gender discrimination. So, what is the gender discrimination? That in brief, I have given the introduction of that, how that discrimination is found on the basis of the sex and gender. Now, the next topic is that gender discrimination in school children. Gender discrimination is an unhealthy social development. It causes damage to the society in many ways. Yes, children, discrimination is an unhealthy social development, and really it causes the damage to the society in so many other ways. So, what are those many ways? If you see, these discrimination is almost every walk of life. Yes, discrimination you can see in every walk of life, means everywhere you can found around you, and it's very easily you can found. As I have given the example of the toys which your parents they give from your childhood, which your parents they give from your childhood. So that is the meaning of that. The discrimination means for the girls they bring the kitchen set or dolls and something, and for the boys they bring like guns and other kind of. Why that discrimination is start from your home only. So that's why I'm telling you, everywhere you can found around you, also you can found in your neighborhoods, you can found discrimination. In this school that are an integral part of healthy society, there prevail the gender discrimination as well, but of a different kinds. What we need to do is provide equal opportunity to all the school children, whether boy or girl. Means what we should do, what we need to do, that whether boys are there or girls are there, they all should get the equal opportunity. As you face in your school also, that whatever the competition is there in our school, whether that boys are there or girls are there, they participate. So that should be there. So we in school also, the school policies, it should be like that whatever the opportunities are there, that should be equal for boys and girls. There is the rules also that should be for equal, not only the opportunities. Inequality prevailing in the field of education and at times at the level of are as follow. What are that is found that we are going to read. The girl child is very often not allowed to continue her education, especially in the rural areas, even by the parent. Yes, children, still it exists, but really because of the education now people are aware, and in rural area also people really they try to resolve this problem, discrimination. But somewhere it is like that when if we are talking about a higher studies of our higher education, so in rural area in 100 only 5 or 10 house in difficulties, if you will find that, you can find that really they are allowed to the girl child to go outside for the higher studies. Otherwise they said it's okay, up to the rural area whatever the education facilities are there, that girl child that adopted, that much is sufficient. Means they don't allow to go for higher education. That I'm talking about a higher education, but still some in rural area they don't give the importance of the girl child. Some people do not favor to send their girl child to get education even up to primary level. This situation is further distributing among the tribals, minority communities, and the other social and economically weaker section of the society. Yes, children, Even as I told you, for the higher education they don't allow to go outside to the girl child, but here some of the parent are there or people are there, they do not in the favor of to send their girl child to get the education even up to the primary level also. And those are the communities, as I'm telling you, because of the education people are aware, because of the technology media people, they are aware that how much education is important, but still it is, this problem is existing in the society. And what are those group are there where they don't allow up to the primary level is there? These are the tribal minority communities are there. In that you can found even sometime it is children, economic condition is also bound them to do that. Means for the boy child we can say they anyhow they try to sacrifice and they send them for the education, and they allow and they do hard work for, but that much we can say that they are not bothered, or we can say they don't want to take attention for the girl child for like that as they take attention or they are serious for the boy child. So sometimes economic condition is also bound them to do that. If they want also, in some of the family they want to do, they want that their girl child also they should get education and they should go outside or they should be educated, but sometimes because of the economic condition they are bound to do that, they don't want to do even though. So I think this point you understand, the girl child they are not allowed to continue her education. So these are the reasons are there. There is alarming dropout rate of girls in this school in primary education. Understood? And the girls dropout rate is about 30% more in comparison to the boys. Means they go to school in rural area, they go to school, but to drop out the girls ratio or percentage is more than to the comparison to the boys. The girls are at the core of our social structure. They need to be nurtured, cared and educated properly. Yes children, it is very important, as for it is very important for the boy child to be educated the same way really it is required for the girl child also. The upliftment is essential to the well-being of every society. Neglecting girl child simply means destroying the possibility of a mentally strong, sensitive and social responsible individual. We should not forget that by providing proper education to the girls, we are building a healthy society for future generation. Yes children, as for the boy child we says that they are the future of the country, it is the same way for the girl child also. It is very important to educate them, because if the girl child, if we will provide, we should not forget that the providing the proper education to the girls, it means we are building the healthy society. Understood? We are building the healthy society for future generation. That's the reason, if in each and every family, if the girl child will be educated or a female family will be educated, so that family environment will be totally different. It's not meaning that girl child should be educated for doing the job only, but for the lifestyle for the future generation. That is very, and for their safety purpose for their life, is it very important to educate them. So it's not meaning like that. Earlier the people they think like that, to sending the girl in the school, really it is not good, what the society will say, what the people will say. But now that scenario is totally changed. Still some people are, I know, that existing, but really now it is time to totally change our mindset. we can being by encouraging education to the girl child at the school level. Yes, we should encourage that policies, our government policies are also like that, children. Even to in the girls in school also they make the policies like that, where the girl child that should be encouraging. It is important to infuse this sense of gender equality at the elementary level. At school, we can establish gender equality by following means. What are the following means, children? That the girls must feel equally safe as it is for the boys. Yes, school environment is like that. Policies, it should be like that. And in the safety purpose also, the girl child feels safe as the boys, they feel safe. In school, in every corner of the school, they feel safe. So the school infrastructure like that, rules and regulation is like that, policies should be like that, where the girl must feel equally safe as boys. The children, whether a boy or a girl, should be equally encouraged to participate in extracurricular activities. As you feel in your school, children, it's every school policy should be like that, where boys and girls both should be encouraged to take part or participate in extracurricular activities. For both it is same, है ना? And they should be equally respected, cared for and valued. It's, yes, of course, whether the boys they feel cared and valued or respected, the same feeling it should be for girl child also. And that's the reason the school policies and schools really they are favoring in the girl child education, and they are making the policies like that, where the girl child should feel safe and they should be encouraged to participate in any of the activities which is good for their futures. The girl child should be given fair, unbiased treatment with a view to encourage them and raise their confidence. Yes, encouraging their confidence. One more thing I will add from my side also, children, where the girl child should not feel like that I am girl, that's why I am giving this honored, or that's why I am giving more respect or more encouragement. It should not be like that. The fair result should be there for any of the competition or any of the activities, whether they are participant. There should be transparency should be there for the in the result or scoring of the boys or the girl child. In this way, we can ensure children better opportunity for the girls, creating a path of healthy society. Of course, when we care for all these things, so really it is for the healthy society, means girls creating a path of a healthy society. Somewhere we are helping to our society only, for coming generation only, that we are doing all this thing. The school can play an effective role in establish gender equality by guiding the tender minds with new ideas and sense of social responsibility. Yes, this is the school responsibility also, children, to we can say that that effective role is there for this establishing the gender equality. So that's the reason school also, in your school also, you feel that where your friends are there, where they get the equal opportunity in any kind of activities are there. Even in some of the classes, girls are more active than the boys. So that's the reason why they are more active, because we encourage them like that. They are more active than the the boys, and they sometimes they encourage the girl, they encourage to the boys to the participate. So really the girls, you are doing well done, but it is this is also the social evil of our society, which we, whether it is some percent are left over to development and improvement in that, so that we have to look after in that. So that is the gender discrimination in school. What are the responsibility of the schools to that there should not be discrimination between the girl child or boy child. The same way they feel as the boy, they feel safe in their every corner of the school, the same way it is the policies, rules, regulations, safety, it is like that there the girl child also feel safe and all. The activities and participation, it should be the equal opportunity should be there for both boys child also and girl child also. And the school, they play effective role to encouraging the girl child to participate in more and more activities and competition and all. It is the policies should be like that. So I think the gender discrimination in school, you understand. The other topic you will get in the next part. Here also, if any confusion is there, so you can ask to.